Okay, so we learned in our previous video how to draw dot and cross diagrams. We also learned that an ionic bond is a strong electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions. We learned that metals on the left-hand side of the periodic table form cations and non-metals found on the right-hand side form anions. Okay, so let's start off by looking at how the group an element is in will correlate to a specific charge. All elements in group 1 form a charge of 1+ when they react. Elements in group 2 form a charge of 2+. Group 6, a charge of 2- because it forms an anion. Group 7, a charge of 1-. Okay, so what is an ionic compound? So an ionic compound is any compound which contains ionic bonding, so it's made up of a metal and a non-metal. Some compounds have the ending "ide", which means that the compound is made up of two different elements bonded together. The compound sodium chloride is made up of two elements. The elements are sodium and chlorine. Let's focus on writing the formula of this compound now. When you're writing formulae, it's important that you figure out the symbols for each element to start with. So in sodium chloride, we have sodium Na and chlorine Cl. Now we need to consult the periodic table and the group numbers in order to figure out the charges of these ions. Okay, so because sodium is in group 1, it has a charge of 1+. Chlorine is in group 7, so it has a charge of 1-. Okay, so when you're writing your formula, you need to remember that these elements and these ions need to combine in a way so that the overall charge is 0. So because 1+ and 1- cancel each other out, so you've got one positive, one negative, the overall charge will be 0 with this ratio of atoms. So the atoms are 1 to 1, and the formula is going to be NaCl. Okay, so let's now look at the compound sodium oxide. Sodium oxide contains sodium Na and oxygen O. Sodium has a charge of 1+ and oxygen 2- because it's in group 6. So with these two elements together, they do not have an overall charge of 0 if they're 1 to 1. So we actually need 2 atoms of sodium to cancel out the 2- charge from oxygen. So the formula is going to be Na2O. Okay, let's now look at beryllium fluoride. Beryllium fluoride contains beryllium Be and fluorine F. Beryllium has a charge of 2+, and fluorine has a charge of -1. In order to cancel out the 2+ charge from beryllium completely, 2 negative fluoride ions are required. So the formula is going to be BeF2. Okay, so let's look at magnesium sulfide. It contains Mg, which has a charge of 2+, and S, which has a charge of 2-. So these charges cancel out to give the formula MgS. Okay, let's have a look at a more challenging example, aluminium oxide. The compound contains Al and O. Aluminium has a charge of 3+ and oxygen 2-. So there's a really simple way to solve this now. What we need to do is take the numbers that are placed where the charges are and swap them and place them at the bottom of the elements. And that gives the formula Al2O3. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment and subscribe and share this video to get it to more pupils like yourselves. All the best and see you in my next video.